Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. All right, today it's talking about one of my students. I picked up recently a new young lady for student. She's a freshman in high school, and a young lady, and I mean, the best advantage she's got is she's really strong and really can accelerate the golf club. And I started work with her, and another friend pro of mine who was having problems figuring things out called me and asked me to come and help and take a look at her. And I see a good future for this young lady. And the number one thing that was really, really damaging her swing and then therefore playing was her alignment. She was realistically almost paying not too much attention to it. And when she'd hit, and with her length, she was hitting balls off the planet. I mean, just ball takes off, bend over, reload. And the alignment was bad. And I mean, in some cases, it was out there like 70, 80, 90 yards to the, offline, the alignment from her target. And so she played in a girls' tournament and basically had a meltdown. And so we had a special lesson where I came to look at her. And we talked about things, and I tried to get in to find out, what were you thinking, what was going on, and her basic question, her basic thought, or her, as soon as she hits a bad shot, it's like, what did I do wrong? All right. Now I have five rules that if you play well, if you listen by these rules, the first three are about setup. The fourth one involves swinging up to the tee finish, so that's that's the swing one. And then the fifth one is, when you hit a bad shot and you say to yourself, what did I do wrong? The answer is, who cares? Do the next swing correctly. All right? Now, that might sound corny, but it works, because let's evaluate it from this point. You just hit a poor shot. Maybe it's still in play, but it's in the woods or whatever. Or worst off, you did hit it out of bounds, or you hit it in a lake or something, and with the lake, at least you could walk up and drop it where across the margin, but out of bounds, you're in the pocket and reloading. So you said, what did I do wrong? Well, what have I always said about that? That's the same thing as looking at these trees back here and saying, the answer's in, written on one of those leaves up there. Or the other thing I like to say better is, I put, let's just make it life easy here. I put 25 fortune cookies on the table here, and I say the answer's in one of those fortune cookies. So you go over there and you open up all the fortune cookies. Hopefully you're not going to eat them all, but just open them up and put the sheets all down there. Now, you got 25 in there. Which one is it? So you grab this one and you swing it. It didn't work. Does that mean it wasn't it? Or that you just made another bad swing? You open up another one. You finally hit one good. Does that mean it's really it? Who knows? But when you're doing PPGS, you know what you're supposed to do when you set up, and you know what you're supposed to do when you swing. And if you've ever come to a golf school, had a lesson with me or another PPGS instructor, or you've worked things out for yourself, you know what your tendencies are if you're going to make a mistake. And we know that the number one tendency is what? Alignment. So, we all know that one of the first things we should check should be your alignment. All right? Because again, sometimes you might be just a little bit off and make a pretty good swing and feel really good about it until you look up and you can't believe that, oh man, I just pushed that 15 yards or 20 yards to the right and now it's in the bunker or it's in the right rough. Or I pulled it, whatever, okay? And you say, well, it was a good swing, but I pushed it or blocked it. Well, that's a swing error. When in fact, if you would have done this, and this is what I tell every one of my students, I tell every one of the students at golf schools and private students, and I told a lot of my local students, all of them. And when I have played with students, I almost never see anybody doing it. The only person I see doing it is me, and that's this. I stand here and I hit a good shot, and bang, I look at it, and when I come up and I catch the flight of the ball, it's going over there when it should have been over there. So what am I going to do? It was a good swing. I'm in perfect balance. I just do what? After I've recoiled and relaxed, I'm going to roll myself back, I'm going to bend down, and I'm going to place the club by my toes. I'm going to come back, I quickly look at the club, and if that club is anywhere near my target, what's going to happen when I stand over here where the ball was, and I put myself perpendicular to it, use my right eye because I'm shooting a gun, parallel to that club, and where is that club pointing? Where is this arm pointing? Very likely right where that ball went. Okay? So what have I just shown me? I've just shown, well, here it is. I was aimed to the right, and I hit a pure shot right with that club, right parallel right of this club. I could say to myself, nice shot, Don, aim better. But I don't ever see anybody do this. They immediately look and they think about what went wrong with the swing. There was nothing wrong with that swing. The wrong was the alignment, the big A. The big A gave me an F as far as failure for that swing, not the swing breaking down. Oh, sometimes the alignment might be so bad the swing breaks down all over the place because you get too far to the right, you can't, if you extend your arms straight down the line, you're hitting the ball in the boondocks, so somewhere along the line, your brain senses something's wrong there, and you start to try to pull out of the shot. Because why? When you're aimed to the right, your body is between you and the line going to the target, the camera here, so you got to either go around it or get your body out of the way, pull it out of the way, and that causes even more problems. The key to playing better golf is rule number 5. When you hit a bad shot and you ask yourself what you did wrong, the answer is, who cares? Do the next one right. And if it was a good swing to a wrong place, do this toe line check, and that'll eliminate or prove to you it was alignment or it wasn't. But the point is who cares what you did wrong? You know what you got to do right. You all should be making notes for yourself and having something about, you know, when you have your own little epiphanies or something, you find something that works, write it down because you won't forget, so you don't forget it. And I mean, I'm a believer in that. I always have notebooks in my pocket and I write them down. And I always say to everybody, the better an answer is, when an answer finally comes to you, you've thought about it for a long, long time, it's been bouncing around your head, might even be for months, and it pops in there and you say, oh, this is so great, so good, I can't forget it. That's the one you better write down faster. Because the more important they are, the better they were, the quicker you're going to forget it. I keep my notepad in my bag over here. I got one in that bag. When I have an epiphany out there, I write it down. That notepad goes back about 8 or 10 years. When you hit a bad shot, who cares? Do the next one right. And the only check you ever make is your alignment. Stop making that check and you'll see that you'll have less of those breakdowns because of bad alignment. Because alignment, alignment, alignment. Don't play golf without it. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking to you all again soon.